You're watching the Sporting Time Show with host Doug Thompson. Sponsored by Jewelry Barn and Pawn Shop.
Good evening and welcome to the Sporting Time Show. I am Doug Thompson and happy Halloween. Do not be frightened by my outfit. You will see this every weekend, so I hope you're used to it by now. But it is Halloween, and I hope everybody is out maybe a little bit doing some trick-or-treating. Who knows this year? I've got a couple of young grandsons that will be getting dressed up. They won't be going out, but it's still going to be a lot of fun for everybody. But welcome into the show. We have got a great show for you this evening. We've got a couple of the Greenwood Lady Gators soccer players in studio tonight. It'll be fun to interview them. Maya Salvador and Kennedy White will join us here in just a few minutes. But it has been a huge week in South Central Kentucky for our region in sports. And I'm going to start off with the Greenwood Lady Gators volleyball team, who had won the 14th District Volleyball Championship and are on their way to what looks like another showdown with the Bowling Green Lady Purples in the 4th Region Tournament, which is going on now. So as the time of taping, that tournament had not concluded yet, but it looks like the Bowling Green Lady Purples and the Greenwood Lady Gators are on a collision course to maybe meet again in the 4th Region Finals. But the Bowling Green Lady Purples returned to the 4th Region Tournament after 7 seasons with a dramatic semifinal win over the South Warren Lady Spartans in a tiebreaker. But let's hear from the 14th District MVP, Katie Howard, on, well, right after they win the 14th District Championship. Here is Katie Howard.
Katie, what was the game plan going in tonight's finals? I know Coach Whittinghell loves to, do the game plan, but for you, what was the game plan for this team?
Well, we watched the game last night, and we just tried to see what they were doing and what their tendencies kind of were, and we just tried to focus on that.
I noticed, and Joe noticed, that you didn't, hit your power shot every time that you were set up. You scored a lot of points with the soft touch. Was that something that you saw was something you could exploit in the Purple's defense?
Yeah, my teammates and coach told me kind of what was open, and I just tried to be diverse and not show what I was doing every time.
As I had mentioned before, the Bowling Green Lady Purples have not been to the 4th Region in 7 seasons, and they made it to the finals of the 14th District Championship. We want to hear from Bowling Green's senior outside hitter, Anna Neal.
What do you think was kind of the change in the years past in this season? You guys jumped up a lot of wins. You guys have the most wins in the region this year. What do you think was kind of one of the leading factors to you guys having such a successful year?
I think the turning point for us was just morale. We really got our relationship with our teammates stronger, and I think that really paid off because our communication is up, our energy is up, we support each other, we love each other no matter what, and I really think that is a huge factor in winning big games and winning a lot. So.
And I just want to ask you, what was it like last night, beating a team that, you guys hadn't beat during the regular season, but it was such a great match, and it went to the last tie-break game, and just what did that feel like, and did you really come down from that win last night?
Well, I don't even think I can describe what it felt like. Like I said, for all of our stuff to finally pay off. I'm still riding that high. I really am. I went to bed thinking about it. I woke up this morning thinking about it. And you just feel good about yourself. You feel good about your teammates. You just feel good that all the work you put in is finally coming to fruition. And that's just a great feeling for me. 4 years. Waiting on it for 4 years, and it's finally here, and I don't want to let it go just yet.
Well, you've got a region to look forward to, so
That's
congratulations.
Right.
As mentioned before, it has been a big week for area schools in district championships and region qualifiers. The South Warren boys soccer team, 15-1-1 on the season, has advanced to the Final Four as we are taping this show. Congratulations to them. They are in the KHSA State Soccer Championships right now. The Spartans defeated Henderson County 1-0, and then they take care of Davis County 3-0 to advance to the semifinals. Senior keeper Tayshawn Jones has only allowed 8 goals for the entire season. Congratulations to you, Tayshawn. Last but not least, the defending state girls state champions, Greenwood Lady Gators, are back on the pitch, and they are in the semifinals of the KHSA State Girls Championship. We will have two players from the Greenwood Lady Gators right here on the show. In just a couple of minutes, we're going to take a short break. More of the Sporting Times when we return. Welcome back. As promised, one of our first two Greenwood Lady Gator soccer players joining me on the show is senior forward Amaya Salvador. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
It is good seeing you. I've never met you before, but we've talked a little bit before the show, and I've enjoyed. We should have rolled tape when we were talking before the show.
Yes.
But this is your senior year. What a 4 years you have had as a Lady Gator. As we taped this show, you were in the Final Four, and I am already putting you in the finals, maybe ahead of time. But so just kind of talk about, Amaya, you know, the evolution of you throughout the years as a Greenwood Lady Gator on the soccer program.
Yeah, it's been just a fun 4 years. You know, our team has come a long way from me being a freshman to now. Like, as a team, we've evolved and just gotten better over the years. And really our bond, I think, is a big thing, that we've all gotten closer, and that family bond is always there between all of us.
You know, we talked a little bit about the depth of forwards that you had on this team, and you kind of had to wait your turn. You know, you played, I believe, a couple of games your freshman year. Sophomore year, you in for a handful of games, but then your junior year, you really made your impact on the Lady Gators. Of course, you had Anna Haddock and you had Annabelle Justice. But talk a little bit about last season when you won the state championship. Going into that season last year, did you think personally that this team was going to win a state championship?
Yes, we all, like, from the beginning of the season, we all had a goal, that, especially the seniors, that they wanted to get to that state level. And I think that through the year, we really just worked really hard and played for each other, honestly, to get there. And in the end, it was a great feeling to get that big state win. So.
Oh, it's huge. I mean, It is so difficult to win a state championship, and soccer is so competitive in the state of Kentucky. As you go into this season, obviously you're dealing with the COVID-19. You guys have done a great job on making sure that you stay healthy and everybody's protected. But as you go through this season, what makes this team so unique versus maybe last year's team?
I think what makes us unique is we are a younger team. You know, we have a lot of the younger girls that were able to step up this year. And a big thing that we've been working with this year is just playing for our team and playing our game. Because I think that's what separates us from most teams, is that we play for each other, and we're always there to support each other through all this that's going on. So,
one of the things that I noticed this year is the fact that you look at your scoring line for your team, and it goes 10 deep,
yes.
8 deep. It seems like there are so many weapons offensively that can score. Is that something that you think other teams defensively have an issue with?
Yes, we have a lot of speed up top. Like, going back to the younger girls, we have like Sarah Wiles and Kaylee Manners, who are able to get the ball up and attack the goal. So I think that's a big advantage that we have, is the speed and just them fighting for the ball in our attacking third and other teams' defensive.
So we talked a little bit. You've been playing soccer for a while. When did you start?
I started playing when I was 5, so it was just something to have fun with. But it's been a good journey these past 12 years for me.
Well, I laughed because you said off air, you said that, you started, really getting competitive when you were 13. You started to travel, right? And you felt like that was late. It's like, I laughed because I thought, well, 13 really isn't over the hill for playing travel soccer. But how much did that help influence and build you as a player, moving from kind of rec to travel?
Yeah, it was a big difference between the competitiveness, like, of the transition between the two, because at that level, you know, girls are starting to be more advanced and more technical. So I think that really gave me the push to try harder and work more to get to that level with them to be able to compete with others.
Now, it is Halloween night.
Yes.
And we're taping this a couple days early. Are you going to go out for Halloween?
I'll have to see, hopefully.
You're being honest. You might go out.
I might go out, but you know, if we do get that win on Saturday, that'll be a good way to celebrate, you know, the win and Halloween. So it'll depend.
That's going to be an incredible bus ride, and I hope that Greenwood gets there again. You certainly have the talent and the drive, and it's been a pleasure meeting you.
You as well.
And I hope you come back. Maybe we can all get together. We get in the new studio, and you have a state championship trophy.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Amaya.
Thank you.
We're going to take a short break. When we come back, Kennedy joins us right here on the Sporting Time Show. Welcome back to the show. Well, teammate number 2, Kennedy White, joins us now. She is a center back for the Greenwood Lady Gators. Typically, we would have both of the Lady Gators on at the same time, but we also want a distance as well. So we're welcome to have you, Kennedy, into the show. Welcome, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to be here.
You know, we were talking again off air, and you are a center back. Something I did not know. I knew that you had played 4 years. You started 17 games for the Lady Gators as a freshman, but you were on a team as a 7th grader.
Yes, sir. At that point, when I came in, we did not have a middle school team. So those girls, 7th and 8th grade, were getting experience with that level of JV, and I think that's why we've succeeded so much as a team in that division right there.
So as a center, have you always played defense?
Well, when I first started soccer, I was up top, but I just fell in love with that position in the back and the leadership that you can hold towards in the back and the view that you get. So I just kind of fell in love with the center back position and just watching other girls older than me play that position. And no, I wanted to be like them.
So it wasn't a shock to you when they said, you know what, let's move you back to defense, because, you know, everybody wants to score. Right? But honestly, in some offenses, they have that rotation where the center backs, and they'll make a run on goal too.
Yes, yeah.
But, you know, but it is a physical position that you're playing. When you look back as the 17 games as a freshman, 9 that you're a senior, how do you think your game has changed?
I've definitely come a lot more like confident in myself and just holding my position of where I'm at. Ellie Belcher was a huge mentor to me last year. Just knowing that you don't necessarily have to be the biggest person on the field to hold that position as a center back, and just to know that you are that person on the field. You're the last line of defense. So just to be strong and hold your ground and just to be confident in yourself. That's the main thing I've learned.
How important is speed defensively back there to be able to, I mean, there are so many great forwards out there in the 4th region and across South Central Kentucky, to have that speed to run them down or to stop their run on goal?
Oh yeah, it's huge. My other center back this year, Hannah Carter, me and her complement each other very well throughout the season, and has been our huge success in the back. I try to mark the player that they have sitting up top, and Hannah Carter kind of holds us in the back to make sure and pick up any trash that they try to throw over our head. So that's kind of our mentality this year, and that's what's kind of held our defensive line a lot. And our outside backs have really stepped in, and since they're so young coming in, have really stepped up to that position that they need to be at. So
you've had such a great career. You've been in 3 region championships. You've won a state championship. You're in the Final Four. As we tape this show, I expect you'll be in the finals. Not trying to jinx anything, but you know, the first state game that you had this year, you had a 2-1 victory over Madisonville North Hopkins. How difficult was that game mentally for you to kind of get up for, and And was it a big sigh of relief when it was a 2-1 victory? Because you've had some really big margin wins this year.
Oh, yeah. Coming into the state tournament, again, with some younger girls, losing so many seniors kind of set us back a little bit in the beginning, but some girls have stepped up to where they need to be, and coming into that state tournament, we knew where we wanted to be. We know we want to be in that state championship game again. So coming in, it was just like, we know where we need to be, so let's just step up and do it, because we know what we're capable of. It's just about performing on the field. So
really quick, I know last year we talked to Anna Haddock and the whole state run. She thought everybody played so well together. That's why you won the state championship. Going into this season, as young as you were, did you say, hey, we're going to be in the Final Four? Did you think that you had, the strength to get there, or are you surprised?
Honestly, I'm not surprised. We knew the talent that we had was on the field. We knew we were capable of it. It was just putting the pieces together is what we kind of struggled with in the beginning. But once we started clicking here at the postseason, it was amazing. Our last game, against Owensboro Catholic, just scoring 3 goals in the first 15 minutes.
Amazing.
Was just watching, and it was so exciting just being back there, being a part of it, but just watching it too succeed up top. It was a great feeling watching us score those goals.
Well, Kennedy, congratulations and great career at Greenwood High School, and look forward to seeing you maybe in a couple of weeks.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right, we're going to take a short break. When we come back, who's hot in high school football? And this week's Players of the Game right here on WNKY NBC 40, The Sporting Times. Welcome back to the show. It has been a crazy year for high school fall sports. Last week in high school football, there were 30 cancellations throughout the state. Now, luckily in our region, our area, our viewing audience, they have done an incredible job of keeping their players and their coaches safe. So we have got a lot of football to talk about. I want to start off by looking at who's hot in each of the classes, and we're going to start with 1A. The Russellville Panthers come in at number 10 in the state rankings. They have a record of 3-3. And again, this all has to do with some RPI measuring, which we don't have enough time to get into here. But the Russellville Panthers are number 10. In 2A, Edmonson County and Metcalfe County are in the top 20 in the state. Metcalfe County in 2019 finished 1-9, and they have flipped that script to a 3-2 record this year with 2 district wins back to back. We caught up with the head coach of the Metcalfe County Hornets, L.J. Harbison. This is what he had to say.
Here with L.J. Harbison after a big win, Metcalfe County win, big district game, 34-6 over Greene County Dragons. Coach, just tell us how it feels to get the big second district win in a row.
Oh, it feels good. We wanted the goose egg tonight, but we didn't get it. It come up a little short there. But I thought the boys played well, given conditions and everything going on with the rain and whatnot. Kids played hard. I thought we did a good job of dominating up front with the O-line and D-line. I thought they played well, and it let our running backs run free, and Gabe had a heck of a game, breaking a lot of tackles, and I'm pretty sure he just drug 10 guys into the end zone on that second touchdown. So hats off to him. He keeps grinding out, and that's what you want to see. Defensively, thought we played sound. Other than that one play, we played very, very sound. But like you said, when you come on the road, it's always great to get that district win and a road win, because that's the first one of the year. But hopefully we just keep staying healthy and keep this train going.
Thank you, Coach. And in 3A, the Glasgow Scotties ranked 12th in the state. They have a record of 4-2. And in 4A, we have 3 teams in our region that hit the top 20 charts. They are Logan County, number 8 in the state with a record of 3-2. Russell County is 12th in the state with a record of 5-0. And Allen County Scottsville, 19th with a record of 3-2. And you ask yourself, well, how is Russell County not ranked higher than Logan County at 5-0? Again, that's an RPI thing, but Russell County is a very, very good team in 4A this year. How about 5A? We've got 3 teams in the top 10, and I know you can guess who they are. Starting off with number 3, perfect record, South Warren Spartans at 5-0, closely followed by the number 4 team in the state, the Bowling Green Purples at 5-1, and then the Greenwood Gators, they are at number 10 at 5-2. So that is some heavy lifting in 5A done by area teams within just minutes of each other. So congratulations to all the teams in those regions, in those classes. But it is time for our players of the week, offensive and defensive players of the week. We're going to start off with our defensive player of the week. His number is 3 on the Bowling Green Purples. He is senior safety Seth Rainville. Had a big week last week. He had 1 interception and 1 fumble recovery. He did a great job in really locking down the backfield so that Greenwood really didn't have any open lanes offensively. But congratulations to Seth for being this week's defensive player of the game. And we're going to move on to this week's offensive player of the game, who is sophomore quarterback from Monroe County, John Harlan. Now, Harlan had a big game against Warren Central, who almost came back and won it. But Harlan passed 5 out of 8 for 67 yards and 1 TD. And take a look at this TD pass to another sophomore teammate in Jamison Pettit. Great catch, great touchdown for them. Harlan rushed for 100 yards in just 7 carries. That averages out to be about 14 plus yards per carry. Check out this run by Harlan as we slowed it down for you as he weaves his way through the defense of Warren Central to get his only rushing touchdown. But congratulations to him. I tell you, Monroe County, they are a young team with a bunch of super sophomores on that team, so we will be keeping an eye on them for the next couple of years. So congratulations to Seth Rainville of Bowling Green, our defensive player of the week, and of course, John Harlan from Monroe County for his outstanding play at quarterback for the Falcons. I tell you what, it has been a great week. Everybody take care. Be safe. Happy Halloween to everybody. We will see you next Saturday at 6 p.m. right here on WNKY NBC. Have a great week.